Hey guys, well there, I'm making this video to show you what I've made for Ludum 36 and how I made it. If you don't already know, Ludum is a game jam where you just have under 48 hours to make a game from scratch all by yourself. This is my second entry. My first entry was Space 74. I think I featured it in one of my unfinished project videos. The game itself was finished, but it wasn't really a game, might as well been an animation. It was more of a vent for me, an outlet. It's quite dark and it just shows so much insanity. Some people loved it, but I don't think I'll ever make a game that will be so personal as Spare was. I think people liked it because it was so personal and raw, and some people even related to it. I guess I'm just not good at making fun games. Whenever I try to make something fun, either it's too stale or impossible. I also never liked story-driven games. Don't get me wrong, I love a good story, and I used to write books before I became a game dev, and I still do from time to time. But I don't like it when a game is too locked on the story. It should have decent gameplay mechanics that change environments and atmospheres. Maybe I'll do a full video on Spare one day. There is a lot of secrets behind it, maybe I could explain everything. So here, this is how my second Ludum experience went. The night begins. It was 3 AM when the jam started. I put an alarm to make sure I wake up for the theme announcement and to start streaming on Twitch on time. However, that didn't go so well.
Am I not streaming? Please. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Are you fucking kidding me?
So after I was late to streaming, the theme also got announced. Ancient technology. I spent about half an hour throwing ideas around. Originally I was going to make a puzzle game since that's what Twitch chat said would be fitting. However, since I'm horrible at puzzles myself, I don't think I would be that good at making puzzles. I ended up deciding on a button mashing game with only one button. Quite minimalistic, but it was enough, or not. I knew I wanted to do something that was infinite and procedural with randomly generated things that could be so-called fun. I started by doing the basic character controls, which was very simple. It was just a simple tween that got ran when the player pressed the Z key. Why the Z key? Well, you see, the Z key holds something very special in my heart. It's the last letter of the alphabet and zigzags. Anyway, back to the game. I eventually got the player done and I went on to make the enemies. I can't draw, so they ended up looking like aliens from the Teletubbies, which my friends and I found funny, so I kept them in. I made more and more variations of enemies so it doesn't get as boring. Then I think I went on to work on the combat system, which was pretty simple to make too. Everything was pretty simple to make. I don't know, I tweeted about this too, where I said I should scope up a bit more and try and challenge myself next time, because I'm so afraid of not finishing things. The only really challenging bit was the balancing. I tried to make a system where it would balance the enemies and the player's damage automatically. There were some bugs which made the game impossible. I remember my buddy Stefan pointing out that the enemies were doing a lot more damage than your actual health later in game. I would have totally missed that if he didn't point it out, so thanks again, buddy. So I fixed that bug and then more bugs. There was a health bug and then there was a UI bug and then came more balancing bugs. Oh yeah, I also slept for like 2 hours the first day. I dreamt about code and sushi, so it was a pretty good nap. The second day, I woke up filled with energy and motivation to finish the game. I wanted to polish everything and add nice new graphics, so I asked Bram how to make a tunnel illusion. He sent me over some sketches and I was like, okay, I can't draw, so I spent the next 2 hours fighting with Blender to get a 3D scene where I can animate it. And then I just rendered everything as PNGs. It worked out pretty well, I'd say. I then went on to do sound effects. For the footsteps, I grabbed the heaviest boots I could find and made the footstep motions on the wood. But everything went worse from then on. For the attacks, I wanted to use a knife and a fork, but that didn't sound so well. For the death sounds, well... Fuck yeah, I'll use my mouse. Perfect. So I then quickly realized that isn't going to work, so I went over to BFXR and generated some sounds there. I still kept the footstep sound though. And as for the music, I made around 3 tracks for the game, in which one got deleted because it didn't fit. I used a program called Bosca Cioli, or Cioli, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I used that to make the soundtracks. It's a pretty simple program, but it gets the job done. I then finished off the game, added the credits and the score system, and then I published it off to Newgrounds, itch.io and the Ludum website. The first few hours of publishing were pretty hectic. Some people found bugs, and since I had around 2 hours left for Ludum I fixed up everything and pushed out an update. Then some reviews came in. At first I knew people won't take it seriously, so I was ready for the worst to come. The first reviews were, well, yeah. Then this one came in, which made me laugh a bit. However, the reviews on the Ludum website were a lot more constructive than the ones on Newgrounds. I guess that's because most people on Ludum are developers themselves. So after about 3 days, the game got out of judgment on Newgrounds and got an overall rating of 2 stars out of 5. But the game is still at 500 views, so I won't expect much by now. My older game, Spare74, had a 2-star rating when it had about 500 views too, but now it's at 3 stars with just over 2,500 plays. I didn't expect much since I knew the website would be filled with new Ludum games and mine would be buried. And it kinda did. Newgrounds has this collection thing where games made during Ludum Dare that had the tag Ludum Dare 36 would get featured on there. Mine for some reason didn't. I wasn't so sure why, so I contacted Tom Thorpe, the founder of Newgrounds, and he added it in manually, so that made me feel a bit special. Now, what do I think about my game? Sure, I could have made it more fun by adding tactical dodging and more attacks, but again, I'm not that good at making fun things. I think I'll stick to making story-driven stuff instead. So, to summarize everything, sorry for this video being a bit late, but I think it was worth the wait. I'm not that happy with how the game turned out, but at least I tried something new. Next time, I might try to take part in with Bram or someone and see what I can come up with next. And if you want to learn how to make games, you can check out my channel. I post frequent tutorials and videos like these, and there are loads more to come. Thank you to Sample Cameron for being my top Patreon this month. Remember, you can support me on Patreon to get extra content from my channel. Thanks and goodbye.